Everybody, how you doing? One question I get asked a lot about is something called traction alopecia. Traction alopecia is basically a medical term for hair loss that is a result of people constantly pulling their hair back really tight. So who gets traction alopecia? Very, very common with people who wear their hair really tight. For instance, like women who are in certain service industries or or like first responders. They oftentimes have to wear their hair really tight. We often see it with people who style their hair with like cornrows and stuff like that. So we see that as well. So the thing about traction alopecia is that when it does occur, the follicles are actually permanently destroyed. So the only thing that really works for traction alopecia is actually to put follicles back into their normal spot. And not treatments like minoxidil, PRP, etc. So you really have to actually replace follicles with follicles. So this is a great example of a traction alopecia case. This is a 33-year-old woman, otherwise healthy, otherwise has terrific hair, but because of her various hairstyles and so on, she encountered quite a bit of hair loss in the temporal area. This is actually where we see traction alopecia the most. She had an FUT hair transplant. She had several thousand grafts to restore the temporal hairline. And this is her before, and this is her approximately 1 year later. So you can see it's really a terrific difference. Her case went great. And it really is, once again, the only thing that really works for traction alopecia. Maybe at its very early phases, things like PRP, things like medical therapy could be of some use, but after a protracted period of time where the hair hasn't grown back, you really have to do a transplant to make a significant difference. Hope that helps.